There's a moment many Christian entrepreneurs know well. You feel the call of God on your life. He's planted the idea in you. You have the faith. But you're lying wide awake at night wondering whether what you're building is actually working, whether you're missing something, and whether anyone who truly understands the intersection of faith and business could just look at what you're doing, tell you honestly, where are you going wrong? That moment is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you were never meant to do this alone. Proverbs 11:14 puts it plainly. Where there's no guidance, a people falls. But in abundance of counselors, there is safety. The kingdom business journey is not meant to be a solo expedition. It's meant to be a guided one. And yet so many Christian entrepreneurs try to navigate it without any form of mentorship, cobbling together advice from podcasts and books and online groups and wondering why their progress feels so fragmented and slow. What we're talking about here is about what a Christian entrepreneur mentor actually does, why it's different from generic business coaching, and how to know when you genuinely need one. So what is the difference between a business coach and a Christian entrepreneur mentor? This distinction matters more than most people realize. A conventional business coach focuses on strategy, systems, revenue, and growth. These things are not unimportant, but they are built on an entirely secular framework that treats profit as the primary measure of success and personal ambition as the primary driver of motivation. A Christian entrepreneur mentor operates from a completely different starting point. The primary question is not, how do we grow this business? It's, what is God building through this business? And how do we steward it faithfully? That shift changes everything. It changes how you measure success. It changes how you make decisions. It changes what you do when the numbers aren't working, when the strategy needs to pivot, and when you're faced with an opportunity that looks financially attractive but doesn't sit right in your spirit. A kingdom-minded mentor understands that your business is not separate from your calling. It's an expression of it. And that means every conversation about marketing, pricing, team building, and growth is also a conversation about stewardship, obedience, and the purposes of God. If you want to explore this idea more deeply, we've got other articles. There's one on why your business is your ministry, and that speaks directly to this shift that we're talking about here, and it may even shift your perspective. Good mentorship is not a weekly call where someone tells you what to do. It's a consistent, invested relationship where someone who has walked the path ahead of you helps you to see what you can't see from where you are standing. Practically, this tends to involve several things. First of all, clarity work. Many Christian entrepreneurs are carrying 3 or 4 different ideas that get mixed up, and they can't work out which one is God actually asking them to prioritize. A mentor helps you cut through the noise and identify the one thing that aligns most clearly with your calling, your gifts, and the specific season you're in. You can't work that out when you're so close to what you're doing. Secondly, accountability. Not the kind that makes you feel guilty, but the kind that keeps you moving, keeps you in momentum. It's remarkably easy to avoid the hard things in your business indefinitely when no one's watching. But a mentor creates a rhythm of honest accountability, and that moves you forward even when fear or overwhelm would rather keep you still. Thirdly, perspective. When you're inside your own business every day, you lose the ability to see it clearly. A mentor stands outside it with you and offers the view that you can't get on your own. They spot the gaps, the assumptions you're making, the blind spots, and the missed opportunities that are invisible to you precisely because you are too close to it. And fourth, and perhaps the most importantly, they pray with you and for you. They hold the spiritual dimension of your business in a way that a secular coach simply cannot. So what are the signs you might be ready for a Christian entrepreneur mentor? Well, you've probably been in the same place for more than 3 months without feeling any meaningful progress. You've got clarity on your calling, but no clarity on your strategy. You're making decisions reactively and emotionally, rather than from a place of intentional, prayerful direction and vision. You're spending time on tasks that just don't align with your gifts because no one has actually helped you structure your work differently or worked out, can you outsource any of this? And if so, what should you start with first? Because the people around you just don't understand the kingdom dimension of what you're building. If any of these resonate, mentorship is not a luxury. It's your next best step. You might also find it valuable to explore one of our other Kingdom resources called Kingdom Coaching Programs. It's in our Programs area on the website. It'll help you to understand the different levels of support available and to find the right fit for your season that you're walking through. There are also people who are growing fast and still need mentorship. If your business is expanding and the decisions are getting bigger, the stakes are higher. And the need for a trusted voice becomes more urgent, not less so. So what is the biblical case for being mentored? Well, look at Moses. He had Jethro. David had Samuel. Timothy had Paul. Elisha had Elijah. The pattern throughout Scripture is consistent. God uses seasons of intentional mentorship to shape the people he's calling to significant kingdom work. Mentorship isn't a modern business concept imported into faith. It's a deeply biblical model for how growth, wisdom, and calling are developed over time. Paul writes to the Corinthians that he became their father through the gospel. He was not just transferring information, he was investing his life into theirs, walking alongside them through the messy, complicated reality of trying to live faithfully in a world that was just not set up to support that choice. That is what good mentorship does. It's a gift to receive and a responsibility to seek out. It's being mentored by a spiritual father or mother who has already trodden the path that you are on and can help you to dramatically decrease the amount of time it takes you to get where you're going. You can also explore how kingdom entrepreneurship frames the bigger picture of why building with guidance matters more for long-term impact. We've got other articles on the website about that. And if you're ready to explore what mentorship could look like for your specific season and calling, the next best step is a conversation. You can book a call with me to talk through where you are, where is it you want to be, and whether mentorship is the right fit for you right now. There's no obligation, there's no pressure, just an honest conversation about your next kingdom step. And if what we have isn't right for you, we'll know someone that we can introduce you to that would be your next perfect step. So if you're ready to take that step and book a call, I'll make sure I put a link with this video. Or if you're reading the blog right now, just head to the bottom of the page and you'll find the link to be able to book your mentorship discovery call with me right there. I can't wait to find out more about what you're doing. And we've got courses and programs that are starting all the time. I'd love to see you on our next one.